dig, I mean the girl that, woo, you willing to spend your access. That's deep, that's deep. If the girl that you really dig says to you, here's the message. She's built, beautiful, nice, all the teeth. Woo, smoking. She said, oh, I don't mess with no dudes that smoke weed. I guarantee you, if you smoke weed, you will stop.
On to the next one. Thank you. Too many fish in the sea.
I guarantee you, and I'm going to have this meeting with them. If I tell the young ladies, when those guys start coming at you, have a checklist of things. Oh, I ain't mess with nobody smoking weed. Yes, you can see. Hold up. Now, sure, there are always going to be girls that smoke weed. But here's where your responsibility comes into this effort. There's always going to be a certain population of society that is trash. Always. We're just being real here. But you as the individual have to start making up your mind. Do I want to be with trash, or do I want to be with some gold, some platinum? Okay? So if you want to be with platinum, that means, like Mr. Johnson says, you got to step your game up. And let me tell you something. I'm a smooth dude. Hopefully you might be as smooth as I am. You see how I walk. You've seen me. When I walked next door this morning, all the girls are over there. I walked in, Mr. Williams, oh, Mr. You know why? Because I'm sharp. The way I carry I don't care what they tell you. Every young lady wants to be with a gentleman who looks good, who smells good, got a couple dollars in their pocket. You know what I mean? Because we're not going to McDonald's, we're going to go get the steak and the strips. The floor is yours, gentlemen. What questions do you have? And, keep in mind, wait. One rule about this, we only have a couple minutes. One rule. I'm not dealing with immature stuff. Now, if you're going to ask a question, ask it in a mature way, because this is a real conversation. Young, hold on, you were second in the green shirt. You were first. Okay, back in the back.
How are you supposed to respect a female if she don't respect herself?
It's not about respect. It's about the respect you have for yourself, first and foremost.
But I mean, like how you were saying, yeah, you don't want to mess with no girl that her hair like a mess, she's smoking weed, all that. Like, how you supposed to respect them if she don't respect herself? Like,
well, you're absolutely true. You're absolutely right. But one thing I know, because once again, I guess I must be the only single guy on the panel. I'm the single guy on the panel. I can tell you this, from a real perspective. There's so few men out there for all the ladies in society. We actually are in a position where we can choose to a degree. Okay, I just told you a bit ago, it's always supposed to be a certain population of young people that aren't doing what they need to do. But we are truly the kings. Oprah would not have you believe that, but we are the kings because there's so few of us to choose from.
You know what? It's a little saying, can't turn a hoe into a housewife. Y'all heard that before, right?
We heard that.
Y'all talking about, I basically, if you're dealing with a whole bunch of hoes, you know what I'm saying, how can you, why should you treat them as if they wifey material, right? That's the question on the floor, right? Well, let me ask y'all this question, dude. Let's go back to your mothers. Let's say once upon a time your mother was in that category as a hoe. So now, don't take offense. Let's be men. Let's say another young boy look at your mom, like, hey man, she a little hoe, you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna dump in and then move on. But what if, as a result, you came out of womb? Now, mind you can't turn her into a housewife, but what about her kids?
What?
What about her kids? When she has kids, let's say you get a young lady pregnant, yeah, she was a hoe, she was a tweaker, but now she has a child. So what can you tell that child when he becomes a man and he finds out my mom was a tweaker? Here's the thing, fellas, here's the thing. A hoe ain't a hoe until you decide she's a hoe. You feel me? If she gonna turn a trick, it's because you're saying if you turn this trick, and what I mean by turn the trick, I'm saying if you do this for me, you know what I mean, I give you some money, or you do this for me, you know what I'm saying, all right, I come by and I do some stuff for you, whatever. If you don't set that precedence and use his words, if you act as if you're a king, and you say, you know what, look, I only deal with queens, if you're gonna degrade yourself, baby girl, you can't even, don't even talk to me. If you do enough of that, if we do enough of that, they will upgrade themselves and there will be no more hoes. But when you have little boys who don't understand what it means to be a king, and you disrespect your queens, and you don't teach them what it means to be a wifey, who gonna teach them? We're the stronger vessel, right? We the men, right? I'm the man in my household. You understand? I train my wife, I teach my wife what I want her to be. You understand? Absolutely.
Joe, y'all help me out now. All right. So let me put the paper out here. Now, everybody put your seatbelt on for a second. Put your seatbelt on for a second. You got it on? Make sure it's real tight, because I'm getting ready to come at your neck. Are you ready?
No.
Where you going, son? Thank you.
Right to the break.
We get ready to get out of here, I know. I want you all to think about the girls in our building, because there are only truly a few of our young ladies that are really out of control. It's always been that way. But for those few ladies that are out of control, all the fellas are trying to hit that. Now, here's the point I want to make about the seatbelt. I want you to look to your right and look to your left. Because a strong possibility you done slept with him. Oh! And we're going to talk to the top. Did you catch what I just said? I said look to the right, look to the left. You follow me? 1, 2, bring it home. 3. My point to you is, and I will turn it over quickly for a few questions. My point to you is, guys, you all, I didn't term them as hoes. This is the terminology that you're giving them because you see certain behaviors in them, but you still keep going after them. You keep going after them. So guess what? You are sleeping with him. You sleep because all y'all sleep with the same chick. You think that. You think that you're not. I see it right here. The girl was messing with the ball head. They was getting it. When he turned around, she stepped on her head like this hand with the ball, like nothing never happened. Like nothing never happened. All right, let's get him first. Come on, because he got scared. I know he won't bring it home, but give that right here. How you going, man?
I didn't want to ask a question. How many of y'all at one How many of y'all saw, like a while ago, how many of y'all saw R. Kelly's Trapped in the Closet joke? Y'all know what the real name of that joke was called? It was called The Package, right? R. Kelly sleeps with the boy's wife. The boy's wife is sleeping with her husband is sleeping with a gay dude. So R. Kelly goes to sleep with his wife. His wife is cheating on him with a cop. The cop sleeping with his wife is cheating on him with a midget. No, just listen to me. R. Kelly's wife's brother was sleeping with some girl. That girl was sleeping with a girl that R. Kelly slept with or whatever. All of them were sleeping together, and in the end, everybody got AIDS. Everybody got AIDS. That's why it's called The Package. Basically, all I'm trying to say is pay attention to who you sleep with, who you do whatever you do with. Because in the end, you can sleep with a girl. He could have also slept with that girl. He could have slept with her. He could have slept with her. All y'all could have slept with that same girl, not knowing she had AIDS. Now all y'all got to say.
All y'all slept with
Question.
All y'all got to say.
She got AIDS.
Now,
He had a question.
now, but look.
He had a question for you.
One question.
How hard is it for her to say she got AIDS?
Listen. One question, one response, then we're telling y'all to lunch. Go ahead. Here's the thing. The one question I want to ask
What's his question? In a gray shirt. He said his question was, how hard is it for her to say that she has AIDS? That was his question.
It's being get tested. I don't care. If I'm with a girl, I'll say, yo, let's go to the clinic. We'll both get tested. That way we both know we safe and we can do whatever we gonna do. Bro, red. And look, the only question I'm gonna ask is like, y'all say y'all have more than one girlfriend at one time. Why? What's the point?
What is the point?
If you don't want somebody to treat your mother or your sister or your aunt or anything like that, why would you treat another lady like that? It's always taught me, treat a woman like a queen.
But my
You
mom
don't want nobody messing with your queen, so you don't want anybody messing with your mom and none of that. You treat your mother like a queen, you treat your sister like a queen, you treat your aunt and all like a queen.
we all cheap, bro.
Treat women like queens.
No.
No, that's not correct, homeboy.
We all cheap.
All right, that concludes this session. Hey, I want y'all to remember this. Anybody, everybody on this panel, hey, don't leave that though.
Chill. Chill.
Any and everybody, listen, any and everybody.
Chill.
Y'all want
Have
to
a
see
seat.
roll lunch? Any and everybody up here speaking today, y'all, we love y'all. We're up here to speak to y'all. Come find us. We can have a one-on-one conversation about any and everything, all right? Y'all boys are good. We love y'all.
Guys, thank you.